Ellen, how are you?
Hello, David. How are you?
I am tremendous. Ellen, everybody is one of my clients.
I am indeed.
And a loyal listener.
Yes, I am. And you know what? A very happy client, I will say that.
Because you called me one morning, Saturday morning, driving around between, I think, lacrosse, basketball, and volleyball practice.
One of those three, my head was spinning.
As it always is, even when you're sleeping.
Exactly.
And you called me and you're like, you think it's a great time to buy an investment property. And I'm like, I agree with you 100%. And why don't you walk the listeners through what was going through your head as a married woman wanting to get involved in real estate, seeing this as an excellent opportunity, and why you called me and what we did for you. I want the listeners to hear it in your own words.
Well, and you guys, I always hear on different radio stations and whatnot, they did a great job. The bottom line is you guys did a great job. I knew that the time was right to do this probably a month before we did it. And, I listen to you all the time, and you're barking up the tree saying, do it. So, basically I called you, I pulled the Band-Aid off, arranged for you basically to do a cash out refi because we've been in this house forever and we had all this money, all this equity built up in the house. And, my thing was, we've got 9 years to pay off this mortgage. And you said to me, and it was really a smart thing, the worst thing you can do is pay off a mortgage. And I know that, that's the way everybody thinks about it. But so we took that money and bought a condo with it. This is our second condo that we've had for an investment in the same complex, which I'm going to give that complex name because I need to rent this condo now, David.
Okay, fine.
4 years ago, we bought the exact same unit for $45,000 more than we paid for this one. This one is better. It's got a lake view. It looks out on the tennis courts, and we paid $45,000 less. So was it the right time? Was it the time to pull the Band-Aid off? Absolutely. I should have been there a month before.
Okay, so let's just review. You're living in a house for a long period of time, already been involved in real estate with an investment property.
Right.
You've been watching this market tank. You've seen your property value go down a little bit.
Absolutely. And, listening to you, driving me crazy, do it.
Right. And then you wanted to get involved, so what we did was, because nobody knows what the hell you're talking about with the Band-Aid, because it could mean a lot of things. And, your husband's a very large man with a lot of money, so I don't want to mess with you. All I'm saying, we took your mortgages, recalibrated your mortgages, did a cash-out refinance out of your home, took out some of that equity that you're sitting there with. Even though your home has slid a little bit, it's still, you still got a boatload of equity.
Right.
Cashed out, took money out of your house, out of the bank, out of the vault, if you will.
Right.
Freed up $80,000, $90,000, whatever it was, and you took that money and bought the unit for cash.
And it was perfect. And I'm telling you, our mortgage payment before the refi was $3,000. After the refi, it's now $1,800. Of course, it's a longer term for
right.
mortgage.
It's a 30-year fix instead of a 15, but it's $1,800, and you've got money coming in from a rental soon.
We're gonna be. I'll use the money from the rental to pay the additional on the mortgage, and I'll still be down to 9 or 10 years by overpaying that mortgage. It's just it's so perfect. I can't even stand it.
And for other people out there that are thinking about doing what you want to do or want more information, what would you tell them about working with me in Townstone?
You know what? You guys were great. And may I just say, Patrick, you were great, David. But Patrick, he's so great. Right. I mean, every time I'd send an email, he'd be right there. He's been great, and so have you.
All right, and what's
not just Patrick.
Patrick's very afraid of David.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's new, and he's still scared to death. And I told Ellen stop complimenting him because then I'd have to pay him more. What is, if you want to rent out that unit, we got 10 seconds before the break. What number do they call you at, Ellen?
Fairview Commons. Go on Craigslist, look at Fairview Commons in Downers Grove. It's $1,100, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's beautiful.
All right, we got to go to break. I love you. Townstone Financial, AM 560. Dino, how are you, brother? Dino.
Yes.
312-642-5600, 312-642-5600.
Oh, wait, Dino, wait 3 minutes because you called in early.
Well, Dino, he's got a little, he's a little itchy. But
everything's
Dino's got a great
time.
story.
Okay.
Great story. Middle-aged guy, Okay, had a great job. Well, Dino, I'm not going to steal your thunder. Why don't you tell your story? Because it's a great story. Listen to a guy that was riding the crest, hit the rocks, and now crawled back out and is about ready to buy his first home. Dino, share your story. If we go into the music, Dino, that means I got to go into break, and I want to carry you over, so don't hang up, all right?
All right, sounds good.
All right, well, set the table, because this is a great story, everybody, of a guy who was down in the dumps, because of medical, Mike, you got a little soap opera music going here, but Dino, I don't, because I tell people don't give up. This is a guy that didn't give up. Dino, the dance floor is yours, buddy.
All right, thanks. First, let me say, I first learned of David when he used to do the banter with Steve Dow years ago, and at that point, I said, if I ever pull out of this rut I'm in, he's the guy I'm going to go to. But let me take you back 7 years. Was, as you said, riding the crest, upper middle class, great lifestyle, great job, no problems, 2 kids in college, BMWs, not really wealthy, but doing okay. Traveling on business, got a bloody nose. Wouldn't stop. 2 solid days. I couldn't even go into my meetings. Called my wife, and I said, make an appointment with the doctor. I come home. I've got my nose all packed. I never had a bloody nose in my life. A doctor puts me through some tests. He finds 3 clogged arteries. 2 of them 100%, the third one 90%. They wouldn't even let me go home. He says, you're a walking time bomb. I said, look, man, I got to get psyched up for this. He says, well, you need surgery right away. I got dressed, walked home, literally walked home, and contemplated what I'm going to do, went for another opinion. They told me the same thing. I had major surgery, open heart surgery. Scared the hell out of me, but I came through it okay. During that period of time, though, that I was off in recovery, there were a couple of little setbacks. I didn't get back to work right away. Wound up losing my job. Was out of work for 2 years, almost 2 years. And during that period of time, again, as I said, I had 2 kids in college. The COBRA, which is a continuation of your insurance, was costing me over $1,000 a month. I had 5 major charge cards, but $10,000 each on them. I used that all up just to pay bills and just to get by. I mean, I went from doing Christmas shopping at Neiman Marcus and Macy's to the dollar store.
All right, hold that thought, Dino. Okay, got to go to music. So we got a guy riding the crest, open heart surgery, hit the skids because of it. Now we're going to find out the rest of the story after the break with Dino. Hang tight, Dino. 312-642-5600. That's why you don't give up. 312-642-5600. Townstone Financial, AM 560 WIND.